Okay, welcome back to another episode of Short Cute Cooking. Today I'm going to show you how to make a roux. Now for those of you who don't cook very often and don't know what a roux is, basically it's like the base of a lot of New Orleans cooking. They use a roux in a lot of their cooking. Like if you're going to make gravy, you start with a roux, which is oil and flour. The reason I'm showing you this one, because making a roux is not hard at all. But the one I'm making for the gumbo takes a long time because we have to make it extremely dark colored. So I'm just warming up. I'm just warming up my oil. I dropped a few onions in there, don't worry about it. And my flour. Now with this having to be, it has to become dark. We're not gonna cook this as fast or on high. Let me turn it down just a little bit. It's doing like a medium low. And you always want to make sure you get those lumps. You don't want to leave any lumps. Even though it's got to cook a long time, you would think that the lumps will just dissolve on its own. They won't. So if you see any lumps, make sure you chop it down or take it out, or you're going to have a lump in your roux. Now I'm not going to show you the whole process on this one video because it could take up to like 45 minutes to get it to the dark brown that I wanted for the gumbo. This is just a pale roux. You can use it like this. Now that the flour is completely cooked inside with the oil, you can use it like this. Now there's a lot of people who use the roux to make their macaroni and cheese. Even though it's a neutral oil, I really don't use roux for my macaroni. I don't have to. But I would use a butter instead of an oil so it doesn't be really greasy when you make your cheese sauce with the roux. But I use the old school method, so we don't really need a roux to make a cheese sauce. But the longer you cook it, the darker it gets. The reason I'm constantly stirring it is so it doesn't lump up anymore. You don't have to do a constant stir. You do have to keep an eye on it. So while this is cooking slow, I need to start dinner. This is not dinner. That's just my homework. Dinner is something different completely. Now I did show you guys how to, in another video, how to make the Creole seasoning. That's the gumbo seasoning for the vegan gumbo seasoning. I'll be using that in this gumbo also. Now with this recipe, it's more liquidy than I normally would make a roux. I'm just following the instructions as I was told for school. So I'm not changing anything. I'm doing exactly like it says to do. Now the longer it cooked, the taste does change. It's like the darker the color get, the nuttier the flavor smells and it tastes. But we want it way darker than this, so it's going to be a minute on cooking this.
We gonna start doing dinner?
I'm going to start in a few minutes. I got the woks out already. I had to do my homework, which was way important.
You gonna need help with the dinner?
Probably that. You could start making the crab ragoons. I already made the filling is in there as it is. Bring me a skillet. I could be warming up the egg roll filling. And just so you guys know, the roux can be pre-made in batches and preserved. You can freeze it. Or if you're going to use more that week, you can put it in a nice, tightly sealed container in the refrigerator. But I would, if you're not going to use the darker roux, I would leave it this color to preserve it. And then when you use it, you can always reheat it and cook it till it's darker. Because it's giving off a really nuttier flavor. It smells like when you make cookies to me. It's like it has a little nutty flavor to it. Now I need a skillet with sides on it. Let's use this. Whew. I want it a little darker. It's actually getting dark pretty quick. I want it a little darker than that though. Whew, I need a nap. Soy sauce. Now it's starting to really get dark. I want it darker than this though. Now once you learn how to make a roux correctly, a lot of the recipes will start to become very easy to make that has a roux. Once you get how to make a roux down pat, you're good. Because it's like the main ingredient in certain dishes, especially if you do it like the shrimp etouffee and gumbo. This is the vegan gumbo though, so I might add some mushrooms to it as a filler instead of the since we're not adding any meats. Where's my thing at so I can quit making this dirty? This is gonna get irritating. Put this on there. I gotta fill skillet with the sides. Who turn is it to do the dishes?
Mari.
Look, that Mari knows I need her to come empty out the sink. I'm gonna do my school dishes that I dirtied up some of my food. I ain't gonna leave her hanging. I dirtied up a lot of dishes today. Okay, now it's starting to get dark. Yeah. Okay. Now it smells like roasted peanuts. Now I'm starting to smell like when I had roasted peanuts for my last PB 102 class. I think we did roasted nuts and sunflower seeds. That's what it smells like. And there you have it. You know, you can make this darker. I don't want it to be no darker than this. And there you go. How to make a roux from a white roux to a dark roux. I'm just trying to make sure I don't leave any flour uncooked on the bottom. But thank you for tuning in. Again, this is Chef Joanne and Short Cute Cooking. Until next time, like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to keep it short, keep it cute, and keep cooking.